Good afternoon, or good morning, good afternoon, good evening to the global community of the actions. My name is Gabriel Samuel, coming to you live from Central Nigeria at exactly 3:47 p.m. Um, Today's topic is why we all need to uh, why we all need to get actively involved in the abundance community called TAC. Okay, so before I start, I would like to share my screen and just show you a little video, a short video about the great Ubon King. May his soul rest in peace. This is a man who has Africa uh, at heart, just like our boss, Mr. Abundance. And while he was alive, he was actually committed to educating young people how they can take their destiny into their hands, how they can make their continent great, how they can create a better continent, a better Africa or Nigeria that our kids will be proud of. Okay, so before I proceed, I would like to just share a video from him, and it's related to today's topic, and I will really like you to pay attention to this video. Okay, so stay with me. Um, Sorry. Yes. So I would just want you to see the video. Pay attention to it. This is it.
Africa is ours, and I want us to guard it with all our life. Because whether we like it or not, we have rogue lions already in Africa. Rogue lions are people that come into the country, they see the continent, they see that there are 1.6 billion people on this continent, and they will harvest us whether we like it or yes. Those particular people are the Asians, particularly the Chinese. Every single now and then, they are doing things every single day to make money, leave this continent every single day. It is also said that in the next 30 years, the population of the world would have increased by 2.5 billion people, and Africa will be responsible to 1.3 billion. Nigeria will increase to 350 million. Now, that is money, that is data. If we don't get ourselves ready to actually control the resources that we have here, we will actually lose it to rogue lions. If you go to different countries in Africa now, the Asians are taking over. What they have done is that they go to countries that are downtrodden, and then they fund that country. Now, what do? They only build infrastructure. They don't invest in your education. When they invest in your infrastructure, they tell you to pay in 20, 30 years. What they know is that they are calculators. They are very good at mathematics. They know that you cannot pay in 30 years. So what they do is that they take the infrastructure and then they put their policemen in that country. So the agreement you sign, when you sign the agreement to take money from China, is that you build a community for them, and they now send you in. Now, that contract that they sign, which government signed, especially most African government, there are three things in that contract. It says that it will be built by a Chinese company if you want their money. Number two, all the materials will be brought from China. And number three, their personnel will build it. Any country or any assets that any Chinese company builds, watch it. It's all written in Chinese. What does that mean? The maintenance will be done by them. By the time the maintenance is done by them, they are eating your economy forever. They know that your global competitive index report, you don't read it. And I challenge every single one of you to go and read that document, Global Competitive Index Report, 2018, 2019. It will shock you about it, because what they do is that they read that report and they know where your problems are. They fix it. They know that you don't have money to buy generator. They know that you don't have money for fuel. They know that you don't have a lot of money. So what do? You don't have light. They give you rechargeable fan, rechargeable light. They give you all these things. They use your problem and they feed you. How come it is that we have in Nigeria here more Chinese people in different rural areas than we know? Go to Ikono, go to different parts, the hinterland. They know where the gold is in Nigeria. Go to Calabar, the sticks that you have there, the wood now, deforestation is going out of hand. They have to tell the governor, better stop it or you will lose the whole of Cross River State. They'll remove everything and send it back home. Right now in the whole of Africa, there's something they call it. They go to different countries specific and then they get it. So everything they get, all the minerals, go back to China. It's called neo-colonialism. My name is Ubon King, and I'm just a troublemaker.
Okay. Um, that was a good one from the great Ubon King. And you know, I grew up in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian. Uh, Ever since I got to know my right from left, I've been always believing that Nigeria will get better and things will eventually fall into place where life will be easy, life will be good, and life will be worth it for each and every citizen. And the truth of the matter is, it's not a, it's good to dream that it's going to be better. It's good. Sorry, the city we don't. There's no constant electric power supply. So you see, hence this is one of the problems we set to address and solve in TAC. So we've been brainwashed into believing that the government have answers to everything, to all our problems, and we think we'll just wake up one day and see the country better. And that is why a lot of people, when you try to analyze or open to their eyes to what is confronting our nation and the entire African continent, they will just tell you, it will get better someday, it will be better one day. In fact, the most used phrase is, it is well. But the truth is, until we wake up, until we stand up and take our destiny into our hands, nothing will work. And that is why Lucky Dube will say, if we don't take control of the situation in hand, on ground now, I mean, 2,000 years to come, we will remain where we are. Nobody is coming to save us. Nobody is coming to help us. Nobody is coming to make Nigeria or Africa a better place. We are the ones to do it. The job rests upon us. Nobody came to rescue the Chinese. Nobody came to rescue the Japanese. Nobody came to rescue people from the US, from the UK. These people woke up and helped themselves. So I seem not to get where Africans got this mentality of it is well, and they think it is by saying it is well, they will just wake up and just see things, everything fall into place, good electric supply, good food, enough minimum wage, enough salary, enough. No, until we take our destiny into our hands, until we stand up and do the needful, until we stand up and fight this battle. Otherwise, we'll be handing over a continent, a more wretched continent, a more conquered continent to our children and our unborn generation. Just yesterday, I saw a news on the Guardian, and it said the federal government of Nigeria has actually left 10 trillion naira worth of debt to unborn generation. That not those of us who are alive, but unborn generation right now have debt upon their neck that is worth 10 trillion naira. And you think these people will come and one day somebody will just no. Look, this work requires all and sundry. It's what we must all wake up and do. It's a house we must all unite and build. We must make the African continent great. Otherwise, we will be recolonized by China, and this time even worse. Okay, so but let's dive into the topic of the day, why we all need to get actively involved in TAC. The first reason is TAC is here to stay. I've been telling, each time I tell people about cryptocurrency and especially TAC, the abundance community coin, the first thing they ask me is, when are we cashing out? And we hope this thing is not one of those online business that will just wake up one day and it won't be there. Some people will say, I hope it's not Ponzi scheme. Some people will say, we have tried a lot of things before, and they actually thought crypto is a Ponzi scheme, And this is where Dr. Lewis said one of the barriers that have kept people of color, black people, backward for ages is ignorance, selfishness, and greed. Our people are too lazy, are so lazy to study and make research into what is going on, you know. So tech is here to stay. Tech is not one of those industries that will just come and in a few moments disappear. No, what we are building here is gigantic. What we are building here, the world has not seen it yet. Those of us in tech are the light bearers. We are the ones to save this continent, and the job rests solely upon us. So tech is going to be here in the next 5,000 years. What we're trying to build in 100 years to come, or even 20 years to come, kids who will be born will see tech or cryptocurrency as the normal thing in society get involved in. Okay, and make no mistake about it. Just yesterday, I was listening to the governor of CBN when he says cryptocurrency is actually created out of thin air. It is used on the dark web. It is used for nefarious activities. And I asked the question: if cryptocurrency is created out of thin air, how about paper money? It will interest you to know that the only organization in this world that has never or will ever do auditing is central banks of the world. These guys don't. This is the organization that has never done any auditing in their lives. Nobody knows how much the banks print. Nobody knows how much they print. Nobody knows uh, uh, how the money is being printed. Okay, so and you say cryptocurrency is created out of thin air. How do you create money? I mean, people create money. Nigerian currency, the Nigerian naira, is actually equally created out of thin air. A few people, as I speak to you now, a few people can just go to the CBN and where our country is and connive and print billions and share among themselves. So why will you say crypto is created out of thin air? What is paper money created out of? And it's used for nefarious activities. Please spare me that bullshit. It is not crypto that facilitate terrorism. It is not cryptocurrency that facilitate fraud. It is not cryptocurrency that facilitate money laundering. It is people who do these things. So don't just come and it's not the gun you're holding that kills somebody. It's you holding the gun. And before cryptocurrency, there was terrorism, there was fraud, there was money laundering. So why will you say cryptocurrency is used for all these activities? Even before the emergence of cryptos, there were actually all these things you are seeing. So it is not crypto that does money laundering. It is people. It is people that do money laundering, not cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, and they say he equally said cryptocurrency is not transparent. I mean, the most transparent mode of transaction in the history of humanity is blockchain and cryptocurrency. Transaction broadcasted on the blockchain can never be erased. It can never be counterfeited. It can never. It's not anonymous as they claim, because by the transaction is broadcasted and everyone knows that this thing is being broadcasted. With your cell phone, you can actually see the amount that has been sent to each wallet at any given time. So cryptocurrency is not anonymous. It's not. Those are lies, and this is what the elite usually used to do. They will scare people away and accumulate a lot of coins so that before you know, they have made billions out of it. And by the time you ordinary people are coming into cryptocurrency, what you'll be picking will be crumbs, will be what have fell on the table. I'm very sure, and I can bet on this, I'm very sure the governor of central bank has cryptocurrency, Bitcoin to be precise. You think they are no wise? So why and that is why I'm saying we are being brainwashed to believing that institution can actually solve our problems. No, for the first time in history, for the first time since the inception of this world, or since the creation of this world, cryptocurrency is the only technology that has made that has come to restore power to people. It's a transparent, or it's a open playing field for everyone, regardless of your gender, religion, status, etc. This is the most transparent technology the world will ever see. So spare me that bullshit governors and CBN governor by saying crypto is used for nefarious activities, using for fraud. You know, after all, crypto is here to replace the bank, so we don't actually care what you say. We have this knowledge, and we shall keep educating the people. And people are coming into cryptocurrency like never before, especially TACC. So TACC is here to stay for thousands of years. Okay, and that is one of the main reasons why you need to get actively engaged in TACC, so that your name will be among those people when your grandchildren, when posterity looks back, they will say, I was glad my daddy was here. I was glad my sister was here. I was glad my brother was here when this industry was given birth to. So TACC is here to stay forever. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not one of those things you give money. No, this is just like the internet in the 80s, where when the internet came out, then I know even my pastor in my church actually said the internet is an instrument of the devil. Yeah, he said it in church. I was still a boy. I think I was still in secondary school, primary school. He said people should stop using the internet. Internet is the devil's agenda. But now as I speak to you, and that same pastor has Facebook. So TACC is here to stay. This is an industry where if you can understand it and position yourself rightly in this space, unless you are a cause, otherwise you have erased poverty from your life and that of your generation forever. So one of the reasons why you must actually actively get involved in TACC is that TACC has come to stay, and indeed there's no going back. So secondly is TACC is here to tackle the problem of structural poverty on earth, especially the Afro-Caribbean nations. And we all know the CEO and founder of TACC is from the Caribbean, Antigua and Barbuda to be precise. It was when he came to Africa, Cameroon, his first time in Africa and Cameroon to be precise, that when he came, he saw the level of poverty, malnutrition. He even caught malaria. My boss caught malaria when he was in Cameroon, and when he went back to his doctor, to one of the best doctors in his country, the doctor couldn't even figure out what was wrong with him. The doctor has to go back to 30 years of his study to go and figure out that it was actually malaria. So malaria is not even in the West. So Black people, people of color, we are the only race that seem to be backward in all aspects of human endeavor. And trust me, money affects every. Sorry, I'm sweating. There's no light. I keep on saying, but it's well now. We keep on doing so. Poverty in Africa is weaponized, right? It's structured. It's deliberately being implanted. It's an agenda that is deliberately being pushed, and our leaders, especially African leaders, have realized that, have weaponized poverty in the sense that when they want to contest for an election and they fling 10,000 naira to your face, you have no option than to sell your vote. And I mean, I was having a discussion with a friend who says, during an election in 20, I think, is it last year in Edo State, that he saw it. He actually witnessed it, where people were buying voters card 5,000, 6,000 naira. Right? I mean, our leaders have made us subservient. These are people that don't want the best for you. Trust me, the government don't want her people out of poverty. Otherwise, why would a sane government, a government that pretends that they care about their people, a government that pretends that they love their people, a government that pretends that they want to lift their people out of uh, out of poverty are actually banning crypto while legalizing betting, gambling. Why will a serious nation legalize betting, gambling, and criminalizes the use of crypto? This will tell you one thing. The government don't want a financial stable citizen because they know we will not be gullible, will not be led by the nose like they have been doing to us. Simply, that is just the game. Believe me, that is just the game. These people don't want ordinary people out of poverty. Otherwise, how will you legalize, give license to gambling, to betting, and criminalize cryptocurrency? And this is where I encourage all the youth. I was in Abuja, and each street out of in Abuja, where I stayed in Abuja for almost 2 months last year, for out of 4 buildings, one is a bet shop. Out of every 4 buildings, one is a bet shop in Abuja. So I mean, and this is this is actually very disturbing. Youths, this is the time for you to understand what we have here. If you can channel your energy towards cryptocurrency and just abandon betting, believe me, youths, the youths that are watching me, believe me, you will be a force to reckon with. You will be a force to reckon with. Otherwise, why will you take risk in gambling and not take risk in investing? I mean, it doesn't make sense. I have a friend I was telling about tax. Since 2019, I was telling this friend about tax, and he said it's too risky. But this is a fellow that gambles with 60,000 naira, 80,000 naira. But he can't invest. He can't invest. That is risky. So I believe when you say someone, because people are not just ready to even help themselves. Help ordinary people out of poverty, out of structured poverty, is to make sure each family in Africa hold at least one TACC. Because time is coming when this TACC will be worth a fortune. 50 cents. And when people hear cryptocurrency, they think it's hard, it's very difficult to do it. No, my brothers and sisters, the youth that are listening to me, please, cryptocurrency is not hard as you're meant to believe that it is. It's not hard. It's just for you. If you can register on Facebook, if you can open a Facebook account, you can actually open a cryptocurrency account. It requires just your username and password. This is the time for us to take our destiny into our hands. So, if we have been talking for so long, I mean, we've been complaining that the country is not moving well, things are not moving as they should, bad roads, poor electricity, and there's no light now, right? There's no light, poor electricity, poor water supply, poverty is the order of the day. I mean, if we must change this situation, we must do it in unity, and we have the answer in TACC, the Abundance Community Coin. Cryptocurrency is the answer, is the act that will help humanity, Afro-Caribbean nations to be precise, because the reason why I'm emphasizing Caribbean is because 97% of people in the Caribbean are black people. These are our brothers and sisters that were taken to slavery, right? These are our brothers and sisters that were taken into slavery. So, TACC, by investing in TACC at this moment, at this point in time when TACC is doing its IEO, initial exchange offering, you actually you're actually joining us in a fight to end poverty in Africa, to end poverty in our immediate society. Crypto has come to stay. There's no going back on this. This is the reality. This is it is the new normal. Cryptocurrency is the new normal. So it is time for the youth to please shift your priority from betting and get actively engaged in this space. This space will make you millions if you are willing to learn and invest. This is the new oil money. Somebody said the next set of millionaires and billionaires will not emerge from those who invested in gas and oil, but from those who invested in cryptocurrency. And we have the best, which is the abundance community coin. So TAC is here to solve, to make it's our plan to make the entire African continent millionaires. Nobody should lack. Poverty, my boss will always say, poverty is the lack of ideas and creativity. It's nothing. If you have ideas, sound ideas, you can actually escape this, and we have it here in TAC. What it takes for you to do, just take that step, invest, get actively engaged in this space for a better Africa, for a better humanity, and for a better generation yet unborn. All right, so another reason is TAC is here to sorry. Yes, another reason is TAC is here to open up economic channels from Africa to the Caribbean. No, so like I said recently in the last point, 97 people in the Caribbean, actually our brothers and sisters who were taken to slavery, and our boss, the founder and CEO of TAC, is from the Caribbean. Mr. Steve Williams, aka Mr. Abundance, and he actually came and saw the situation in Africa, and he said, "No, we are the game changers. TAC is the new sheriff in town. This is the platform that we do it for the African people." Right? So this is what TAC is. TAC is here to open economic channels from Africa to the Caribbean. The Asians do business with themselves, right? The Indians do business with themselves. The Chinese do business with themselves. The Jewish community do business with the Jews, with their fellow Jews, right? And they say that before any money leaves the Jewish community, it must circulate 18 times. So what is stopping us Africans from doing trades or from engaging in trade activities with our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean? It's time for us to stop being the laughing stock. It's time for us to raise the bar, to restore that dignity of the African people. We can actually do it. It's doable. So the Caribbean, as my boss will always say, the Caribbean imports 90-something% of what they consume from China. You heard me right. The Caribbean imports 97% of what they consume in China, right? So you can just imagine what will happen if TAC actually, because it's actually one of our programs. TAC set to unite people of color in the Caribbean and in Africa. We can't be sidelined. We can't keep doing this in isolation. We need to come together as a people. We have to bury these three things that Dr. Lee said: ignorance, selfishness, and greed. We have to unite and build a solid community, a solid platform for the Black people to stand on and project their what they have and project what we have, right? So final debt trap diplomacy. So see, TAC is actually here to open Afro-Caribbean channels to the Caribbean, from Africa to the Caribbean. In Africa here, we have a lot of land for graze and for farming. We have a lot of potential here that if our brothers and sisters from the Caribbean can tap into, I mean, we will be the race that we control this. So I mean, we can. What is here as Black that we cannot do? Black people have the best brains. We are the only people on earth We are the only race on earth that if we set out to do stuff, we will do it to the latter. So why can't we unite? Let's unite. And this is why TACC has come. And that's why I say TACC is just not an ordinary coin. All right? TACC is here to unite us globally as Black people. To do business amongst ourselves, to do business just like other races are doing, to do business just like the Jewish are doing, the Germans, the Asians. This is time for us to come together and unite and do business with one another. And TACC is that platform that is going to make it possible. We can't continue this forever. So the next point is TACC is set to tackle China debt trap diplomacy. How many of us here know that Chinese are giving up huge loans on a daily to Africans that we won't be able to pay back? Mind you, these loan terms agreements are very, very dangerous. And this is not a conspiracy theory. The Chinese are actually here to recolonize us Black people. And take this from me, in the next 10 years, we'll have the Chinese among, just like Obon King said in the video I started with, in the next 10 years, we'll have Chinese in Africa, just like we have Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Tiv, and Igala, and Igedi. These people are here for business. And these are people that don't believe in God, right? They don't believe in God. I mean, my cousin brother works with a Chinese company, and he says there was a day he mistakenly stepped on a Chinese man's toe and said sorry. And this man actually came back and still stepped on his toe and said sorry too. These are wicked people. The Chinese want to enslave us Africans. And our boss will say, my boss will usually say, yes, he might accept the title of the global slave, but not the global fool. So just even last year, the House of Representatives here in Nigeria were grilling Amechi, the Minister for Transportation, that they found a clause in the loan agreement between China and Nigeria that the loan that the Chinese are giving to Nigerians, should we default to pay this loan, Nigeria shall forfeit her sovereignty to China. Every normal human being should take this very seriously. Do you know what it means to take over your sovereignty as a nation? Your military, your police, your asset, your most valuable asset. I mean, this is simply slavery part 2. And like Frantz Fanon, we say each generation out of relative obscurity must discover its mission, either to fulfill it or betray it. And trust me, I can never be that generation that would betray my generation. I can never be that generation that would betray posterity. I stand in the gap. TACC is standing in the gap now to help people that are willing. And we are calling on our brothers and sisters, especially youth. Please, the youth that are watching me today, I crave your indulgence. Divert your attention from betting, from gambling. Most of you spend money on gambling. Most of you used to lose 100,000, 200,000 in gambling and betting. Please divert this attention into crypto, especially TACC. Gambling is very risky, and gambling is more risky than crypto. Position yourself in this industry. This is the first time in the history of humanity where money is the power of making money, the power of printing money is taken directly from the government and given back to its people. Trust me, if all the youth in Africa can actively get involved in cryptocurrency, especially TACC, in the next 10 years, we shall change any government that we do not want. So enough of talking on social media, enough of criticizing the government, enough of saying the government, this is time for action, this is time for mass action, and we can't just sit idly by and pretend as if or believe that somebody is coming here to help us. Nobody is coming here to help us. We are our own problem and we are our own solution. Nobody is coming to save us. We are the ones to help ourselves, and hence TACC is here to do that for us. TACC is here to do that for us. I mean, just imagine where Nigeria will be in the next 20 years. Just imagine how it will be under Chinese ruling us. And it's coming to that. I mean, these guys, the Chinese allegedly took over Zambian electricity company, the electricity company that supplied power to the entire Zambia. The Chinese have allegedly taken over it because Zambia have failed to pay one of the loans. The biggest port in Kenya, the Mombasa port, is still in the process of being taken over by the Chinese as a result of loans. So these guys don't care about us. They don't care. They are here to colonize us for the second time because they know that our leaders can don't care. I mean, otherwise, why would you sign a loan and say in this loan agreement that should we forfeit to pay this loan, we shall forfeit our, should we fail to pay this loan, we shall fulfill our sovereignty to another country? This is slavery part 2, and this time even worse. This time around, even worse. So let's stop talking. Let's stop complaining. Complain will not solve anything. Let's swing into action. This is the time for us to take action. Pastors, evangelists, imams, get your people involved in TACC, the Abundance Community Coin. My mothers and my sister, my parents, my brothers, this is the time for us. This is the time for the people. Cryptocurrency is here for the people. This is the opportunity that God has given people, ordinary people, to create enormous wealth that this world will ever see. That this is the new, or if you can key into cryptocurrency today, believe me, people who are watching me, you are positioning yourself for the greatest wealth transfer this world will ever see. Wealth is living people. Wealth is changing hands daily, and it is changing hands in the form of blockchain and cryptocurrency. You don't know. Look, in the next 5 years to come, cryptocurrency will be the new normal. Forget this government stuff. They will come to crypto. Just recently, the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission of Nigeria, says they actually have framework. They actually have policy to regulate this industry. Right? Cryptocurrency has hit $2 trillion market cap. So it's an industry that cannot just be looked at. It can just be jettisoned. Coinbase, the largest crypto exchange in the US, will be listed on NASDAQ. NASDAQ stock exchange very soon. You know, countries have beginning to realize they know they can't stop crypto. They know they can't put a stop to this technology. But they know they can scare you off so that you won't buy into it, because this is how we've been wired to believe that anything that comes from the government is holy, is holy and is true, and we just swallow it completely, hook, line, and sinker. No. So I won't take most of our time today. My laptop is actually almost going down. So, ladies and gentlemen, anyone that is watching me, please, I wish to say this to all of us. Hunger is coming, especially with Africans. We shall be hit from 2 places, from 2 angles. Loss of jobs and the Chinese taking over. Oxfam predicted that in the next 5 years, 800 million people will lose their job as a result of automation. So don't just think you are going to the university and there's no job out here. Let's create this job ourselves. Get involved in TACC. Get involved in the Abundance Community Coin. 800 million people will lose their job as a result of automation. And you think it's going to be funny? No, it's not going to be funny. The jobs are not out there. The machines now, the robots will take over jobs that human beings will do, because a robot doesn't get sick, a robot doesn't go for maternal leave, a robot doesn't complain, a robot doesn't come to work, a robot doesn't disobey a boss. So people are beginning to replace human beings with robots now, and we Africans stand to be affected the most. Please open your eyes. Let's open our eyes to the reality that confront us. So TACC is here to stay. For those who wish to reach out to me, please, my number is 080 3274 8936. I come again, 080 3274 8936. You know, or you can visit TACC, the Abundance Coin, on www. Or just type theabundancecoin.com. That is TACC website. Okay. Let me just type it here so that it will be easy for you to see it now. Yes, please. That's our website. Okay, so um, it is what it is. TAC is actually going uphill. We are actually building a giant house, and what we are building in TAC, the world has never seen. It has come to stay. No, we are here to solve problems, real-time problems, and we wish to tell the government, wish to let the government know that cryptocurrency is not here to fight you. The government must know that we are not here to fight them. We are here to work together. But they must also take this into heart. The people have risen up. The people have awoken with cryptocurrency, and they should not stand in our way because they won't succeed. So we are reaching out to the government of Nigeria, to government all over the world, that look, we are not here as your enemies. We are here to work together because you care about the people. We equally care about the people, right? We are here to actually do help each other grow. We are here to actually help humanity. And like I said, one of TAC program is to settle the debts that are being owned to by China, by the African Caribbean nations. And as I speak to you now, the CEO of TAC has set aside 100 million worth of 100 million unit of TAC to settle Afro Caribbean debt to China. Should TAC When TAC reaches $4,500, by then it's been estimated that the government of Africa the government of Africa and the Caribbean are owing the Chinese about $250 billion. So by the time TAC start trading at $4,500, we will be able, this 100 million coin that TAC has set aside and to settle Afro Caribbean debt to China will be given to China, so that we avert the second colonialism. So government should know that we are not here to fight you. We are not here to fight you. We are not here to work against the government. We are here to help and work together as a people. So we are asking the government to please not perceive cryptocurrency as an enemy, but as an ally. And we also wish to say, you can't stop in our way. You can't do it. You can't stop in the way of crypto. I say this with all confidence and sincerity. Government cannot stop crypto. We can't stand in our way. However, we are here not to fight you. We are here to work together. Thank you very much. TAC is going uphill. Peace.